Hey, what's up, sports fans? We've already run through NBA for DraftKings, MLB for DraftKings. It is time to move on to overlay. We're going to run through both sports today, so buckle up. Let's do this.
Let's get this.
All right, let's start with baseball today, and then I will recheck to see if we got any more news about NBA, and then we'll roll into that one.
Makes sense.
All right, so this mini MLB Progressive has this daily thing where you get a $5 bonus if you beat King Happ. It's a good way to keep your money doubling on a daily basis. Like yesterday, for example, I sat there with a 6-3-1 record, which was tied with a lot of other people, but my tie-breaking points weren't enough, so just wasn't able to get it. Anyways, that is nice, though, that you can at least double your money without actually getting in the top 10%.
100%.
All right, guys. So let's start out with Hanser Alberto versus Andrew McCutchen. Pitching matchups today. I'm trying to remember who's going for each of these squads.
Arrieta's going for Philly. And
Okay.
Eichelman is going for Baltimore.
You know much about Eichelman? I certainly do not.
He's one of those typical Eichelman, sorry. He's been one of those typical Baltimore starters, like very much in that Oriole starter mold.
Okay. I like Alberto. I'm a big fan. I usually typically prefer him against lefties. And he's been pretty good lately. McCutchen, though, is finally working his way out of the beginning portion of his year-long slump that he started with. Do you got any preference here, or is this one you're probably trying to opt out of?
So it's interesting. Alberto had never K'd 3 times in a game before last night. K'd his first 3 at-bats. But then singled and started to see the ball better as the at-bats went on. I actually think he continues that today. I'm going to go Alberto.
All right, I'm going to go McCutchen, but this is one you're going to probably end up near the bottom of my list of guys that I'm trying to go with. I like this next one. I'll give Hoskins this. I didn't watch every one of his at-bats as he kind of was a disappointment to a big part of the DFS industry last night. I kind of joked to you. I'm like, what could possibly go wrong that I have Hoskins as my first baseman in 3 contests? Well, what could go wrong did go wrong. He wasn't very good last night. I'm just going to ride the overall hotness of Santander.
Yeah, same.
All right. Bryce Harper or JT Realmuto. Harper's seen it well right now. I'm going to stick with Bryce Harper here.
Same.
Okay. And I'm pretty confident about picking both of these right here.
Fair.
All right. Nunez versus Didi. Not so confident. Any thoughts or feelings on this one?
I like both guys tonight. I'm going to go Didi, though.
Sure. I'm going to side with you. I've been looking at Didi and DK earlier today. You got me right there. All right. Gene Segura versus Jay Bruce. Bruce should be in the lineup today with a righty on the hill. He's played pretty well this year when given the opportunity.
Yeah, he has. Also got to watch out for getting pinch hit for, though.
Yep.
I'm going to go Bruce. Why not?
I'm going to go Bruce as well. And we do talk about the pinch hitting thing, but with the new MLB rules this year, it's not quite as big of a deal because they can't bring in guys just to face one person anymore.
True.
What's your overall thoughts on that rule? Do you like it? Not like
it? Indifferent. How about you?
I kind of like it just for it was getting to the point where, man, I don't need to watch 4 pitching changes in an inning. And I get the strategy like in playoff baseball and stuff like that, man. But like, I do think if you're going to come in, you got to face a couple people. I like that idea.
So I like it more than I don't like it. I'm with you.
Okay. Kingery versus Adam Hazley. You watch these platoons a lot. Do you think both of these guys make the lineup today?
I do not.
Okay, we'll skip it then. Move on.
Yeah, let's skip it.
All right. Austin Meadows versus Brandon Lau. A couple of nice, slightly underrated players. Mm-hmm. Who's on the hill for Boston again today?
Weak lefty. So 2 lefties.
Okay. Meadows started to get it going yesterday. He's still the better player, in my opinion. I'll take him.
Lowe didn't have too bad of a game himself with like 30 DK points, but
it was pretty good.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't think I'll choose it because both these guys are really good in the exact same spot.
And that's a good point to point out for this website is that if you got 2 guys that are pretty good and you don't want to pick it, have it at the bottom of your order because I'm with you. I like Meadows because I think he's a slightly better player. But I'm mad respect to Brandon Lau. I think he's also very good in his outright. I just think Meadows is a little bit better, so I'm not lining up to pick it either.
I'm with you.
All right, Diaz versus G-Man Choi. Give me Diaz.
Same.
Okay. Adamus versus Hunter Renfro. Look, if I'm trying to win a GPP on FanDuel or DraftKings, give me Renfro, but I'll take Adamus because Renfro is a lot of zeros.
Adamus homered yesterday too. I'm still going to go Renfro, but your point's well taken.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a classic example of the difference between the two of us. You know what I mean? Like, you like to go for it with the big point guys. Renfro is your high upside guy right here, man. This is double dong waiting to happen.
Yes, I will say this about Adamus. It's not like he's got such a high floor, though.
No, I get you, but like Renfro has a lot of like over three strikeout games.
For sure.
And then, Adamus comes in with one walk and you get your dub right there.
Fair enough.
All right. Martinez versus Bogarts. Martinez with the home run last night. I like Bogarts, but I still think Martinez is a slightly better hitter.
I do too, but he has not been amazing this year.
No.
I'm not positive that how much better he is than Bogarts. And that's not saying anything bad about JD, but he has, we talk about like those top players. He's like not in that for me. I'll still go with him here though.
Yeah. Later home run yesterday. Maybe that'll get him jump started today. And I think Bogarts is a very good player. I just think Martinez is a scooch better.
That's fair.
All right. Moreland versus Vasquez. What are your thoughts on this one?
I'm trying to remember who's on the hill for Tampa.
Glass now.
Definitely Moreland here. Moreland's looked good when he's played. I used him on like Sunday. He homered twice. He's looked good recently.
All right. Weak lefty on the mound you were talking about for Tampa or for Boston. You think Kiermaier's in the lineup?
I do. Give me Kiermaier. He's pretty much always in the lineup.
Okay.
Even though he'll be batting eighth, I'll still take him over Peraza.
All right. So the Brewers got an interesting setup here today with both Corbin Burnes and Brett Anderson kind of scheduled to see a few innings. If it was just Brett Anderson, clearly we'd go at Baez, who rakes against lefties. But I also do not like the way that Baez profiles against Corbin Burnes. I haven't looked at the numbers, but just knowing how these two guys play, not a big fan of this one. So knowing that Burnes, I think, is scheduled to go a little bit longer, I will go with Rizzo.
I'm going to go Rizzo also.
Rizzo is also very much like what I talked about with Hunter Renfro. I'm a big Baez guy, but Baez has a lot of games where he's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
Truth.
Rizzo is good for a walk a lot of days. All right, Yelich versus Devers. Give me Yelich.
Both in tough matchups.
Yelich has been good against Darvish in the past, which doesn't hurt.
For sure. I'll take him as well.
All right, Ryan Braun or Eric Sogard. Oh, kind of an insult to the former MVP, but I can't lie. I'm not so much. Ryan Braun just isn't that guy anymore. So it is what it is. If Sogard's leading off, I might actually go that direction.
It's hard to go against Sogard leading off here, even though I feel awful about it.
Yeah, because Ryan Braun hasn't been that dude in a while.
A long while. He shows glimpses, but yes. A lot of guys show glimpses.
Exactly. All right, Chris Bryant versus Wilson Contreras. I know you're feeling Bryant today, so I'll side with you. You've been watching us at bats all week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gamble versus Urias. This is a good one. This is not even on the board, so let's not spend too much time on it. Abacel Garcia versus Justin Smoke. I'm going to go with Avi. You called him out on the write-up the other day. Hard recommendation. He homered. Missed a home run last night by about a foot, so he's obviously feeling better right now.
Yeah, I like Avi. Give me him for sure here.
And I've not been impressed with Justin Smoke's most of his at-bats to start the year. All right. Tarantini versus Ian Happ. We'll skip this one. It's a good chance that one's not going to be. Both of those guys rarely are in the lineup on the same day.
I will take Happ though if they are.
Okay, fair enough. I will agree with you. Dwight Smith Jr. versus Chris Davis. Chris Davis has actually had a decent amount of career success off of Jake Arrieta, but I can't pick him for anything. Give me Dwight Smith.
You just can't pick him. Like, you're right. Like all that success also might have been when he was actually good. So it's really, you have to take that with a grain of salt. Definitely give me Dwight Smith here, who I'm a fan of.
I'll pick pretty much anybody over Chris Davis.
I think that the only
Except
one
for Brandon Crawford.
The only one on this whole page that I might not take over Chris Davis was Peraza. That's the only one.
I want Brandon Crawford versus Chris Davis.
Brandon Crawford actually had a pretty good weekend hitting. He was when I turned it on yesterday, he was 4 for 11 after just singled off Greinke. So, hey, for Brandon Crawford, that's not awful.
Career numbers, man. All right, Severino versus Austin Hayes. I would need to see the lineup on this one, but my gut tells me Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes. If it's a lefty, I'll take Severino, but it's not a lefty.
All right, let's run over to NBA then. We got these pick fives up here, one of the Bellman's favorites, even though it doesn't offer you the ability to win like the huge money that you normally like. That's a good thing. Anyways, easy peasy lemon squeezy, Doncic versus Lillard. This will be Doncic almost every single day, but today it's Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
I think Porzingis is out. Don't be surprised if Doncic doesn't play either.
Yeah, Porzingis is out, and I agree with you.
Booker versus Nurkic. I like Nurkic, but he's definitely come back down to earth. So give me Devin Booker.
Even if he hadn't come back down to earth. Well, yeah, because Portland also.
I'm playing this one today.
Oh, yeah, I know. This is really Nurkic has really come back down to earth.
Yeah, he's in a good spot today, so don't let that fool you. But part of him coming back down to earth, too, has just been the fact that Lillard does everything for this team right now. So
I'm just going to say I'm not going to be surprised if Nurkic has a really good game here, though. Big men versus Brooklyn.
Yeah, I wanted to like him today, but having watched the Blazers last game, when I actually ended up using Nurkic in my DK lineup because he slid into the exact amount I have, like he's not touching the ball right now because Lillard's like, I'll just come down and hit another three because I am a basketball god at this point.
Fair.
All right. Morant over Vooch. Vooch is not set up to play huge minutes. Morant might play 42 minutes today.
He also is coming off a really good game against Boston.
All right. DeRozan versus Mitchell. DeRozan.
I like DeRozan more.
They have everything to play for today. The one exception to this rule might be if, and this is something to pay attention to do, if I can get you any little nugget today. I'm pretty sure that if Memphis and Phoenix win, then San Antonio has absolutely nothing to play for, in which case DeRozan takes a major bump down.
But also, like, that Dallas game might not even be over.
Sure, but, you know, I mean, if they know they win, like, is DeRozan out there in the fourth quarter? I don't know. That's the one thing that could temper my expectations.
So are you saying if Memphis and Phoenix both win, then San Antonio has nothing to play for?
Yes. Because if you look at the Western Conference standings, San Antonio is only technically alive today, but if these two teams both win, then they got then they have nothing.
It's hard to play like that because, like, you're right that, like, they might in the second half, if they're out of it, take DeRozan out. But I don't think we'll know by the time for DeRozan.
Exactly, which is why it might be a reason that you don't lock it in.
For sure.
All right, let's take a look at a couple of these other ones. We got Donovan Mitchell. Oh, no, we just brought that up. DeAndre Ayton, who was a big-time bust for me the other day, versus Karis LeVert. I trust Ayton to play bigger minutes, but he was super passive the other day, and I'm a big LeVert fan. And if they try to win this game, I'm not going to be surprised if Brooklyn puts forth a solid effort.
Same. Ayton's usage is down big time in the bubble. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, this is one I'm not trying to pick because I like Ayton to play a full amount of minutes. But I could be, you know, if LeVert plays full minutes, then I would just pick LeVert here. So I don't want to pick this one.
I get it.
All right, next one up, J-Val versus Jared Allen. I wanted to like J-Val today for GPPs, but just has not been playing a lot of minutes lately.
But do you still think he outscores Jared Allen?
I don't know because I don't know what Brooklyn's plan is for today. Like I could definitely picture them trying.
Same.
So I'll probably stay off of that one. Rubio versus Lonzo Ball. Lonzo got a real good run last game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and he still wasn't that good.
All right, then give me Rubio in a game that I must win.
Yeah, give me Rubio too. I mean, I think the thing with Lonzo is like, and I've heard people say this, when his shot is not like falling early, like he gets disengaged often.
Loses confidence. I gotcha. All right. Murray versus Anthony. Derek White's playing today. Give me Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, give me Anthony. It's a really tough one because like Murray obviously does a lot more things and has the ball in his hands, but you feel just safer with Melo.
Yeah. Hardaway versus Derek White. I will not pick. I don't know what San Antonio's motivation is going to be. White did not look like the guy who had been balling pre-injury. I don't know how Dallas is going to play this one out today. I abstain from this one.
For sure.
I also abstained from the next one. It's not one I'm looking to pick, which is Joe Ingles versus Rudy Gay. There's some picks I like on this slate, but specifically the first three, this is another one. I have no interest in trying to figure out what these teams' motivation is today in this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty with you on that.
All right, Eric Bledsoe versus Dylan Brooks, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't trust the Bucks to play their guys bigger minutes today. I think Bledsoe plays hard in the first half as he's in there, but I don't expect him to be out there significantly after that. Brooks and the Memphis Grizzlies have everything to play for.
I love it.
All right, Brook Lopez versus Macau Bridges. Look, no Giannis. If Lopez is starting today, then I will not pick this one because he can do enough in smaller minutes. I like what Macau Bridges has done lately, but there's a lot of good players on Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fultz versus Favors. Fultz.
Easy, Fultz. This might be one of my top ones on the board. I like Fultz a lot today.
This one might also go off the board because I'm not surprised if Favors gets added to the guys not playing today.
Agreed.
All right, Scharich versus Harris. Scharich has been good lately, so this is one I probably don't have a ton of interest in.
Harris has been good lately, too.
Yeah. So Phoenix needs the dub, which is why I trust Scharich a little bit more, but I could definitely picture Brooklyn playing this game hard.
Well, also, Harris is more needed for Brooklyn than Scharich is for Phoenix.
Agreed.
Harris is like their core in the bubble, I feel like, is Harris, LeVert, and Allen.
All right. This next one's easy, too. We got Clarkson versus Trent. Trent's come back to reality, and with no Mike Conley today, definitely give me Jordan Clarkson.
Same.
His shot was off early in the bubble, but as it's gotten it rolling, this is great for Utah to continue his confidence rolling because he's not a main piece like an Ingles, a Conley, or a Mitchell. They're not as hesitant to play him more minutes right now. I like this one a lot.
I was surprised that he didn't get – well, they pulled all their starters for the second half last game.
Yeah. Trent was so good in the beginning, but reality has set in that he can shoot, but you're not Ray Allen.
For sure. I mean, my biggest worry with Utah is just that they did pull all their starters last game.
Well, that's something I'll look more into before I decide to make this one as one of my top plays for sure. All right, Tyler Johnson or Garrett Temple? No, I don't want this one.
Agreed.
So there's definitely I will actually play in this contest today because there's enough plays on here that I like that I will get into this one.
Sweet.
All right, guys, that's what we got for today. We're going to move into members-only videos. If you want them, go sign up for a membership. Other than that, go get your money in. The name of the website is overlaydfs.com. Excellent customer service. Slump Buster Challenge. Play the same contest 20 times. Don't cash. They refund your money. And there is a link to their Twitter profile below if you need to get over there.
Thanks, guys.